What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Adrift, where we are trying to fix the Spiritus mainframe today. In the previous episode, we had spent a whole lot of time looking at satellites. We had found Specialist McDonough, who unfortunately had gone to an especially vacuumy grave, the place where all housekeepers go to eventually reside. That great sweeping floor in the sky. Oh my, apparently I need to rotate more. That's going to disorient me when I come back out. I can tell already. Welcome on back to Adrift. This game is pretty sweet. I'm interested in it. It's a slow game, though. I think there's going to be a certain personality type that likes games like this. And I think you're going to see some negative reviews about this game. I really sincerely think you are, just because it's so slow and there's, like, nothing really going on. It's more about you just kind of floating through the game and observing than anything else. And I think some people are really, really going to hate that about it. The same group of people that hated Firewatch, same group of people that hated Soma. But we got ourselves another data card. I don't know what those data cards are even useful for.
Activating Spiritus System Terminal. Mainframe online. Initializing hand 4 EVA diagnostic sequence. EVA oxygen repair detected. Initialize EVA oxygen repair. EVA oxygen capacity 100%.
Oh, nice.
Exit EVA diagnostic environment.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Initializing cerebrum core diagnostic sequence. Cerebrum core corrupt. Cerebrum core fabrication required. Initiate cerebrum core fabrication.
Fabricate like the wind. I know there's no wind out here, but I don't know. Fabricate like the solar wind or something.
Cerebrum core fabrication complete. Cerebrum module repair required.
I'm not gonna lie to you, if I was a robot, that thing would look delicious. That thing would look delicious beyond all. I want to eat it right now. As a robot, or as someone who desires to be a robot, I would totally eat. That looks like a robot cookie to me. That's all that looks like. It's robot cookie time. I guess that's it for us. We got the core thing. I thought we had to fix something, though. Maybe the thing we have to fix is back here. Let me even out real quick and make sure. With double the oxygen, though, we should have a little bit more time to properly, like, diagnose and figure out what the hell it is we're supposed to be doing. Now, the next question that comes up for me is whether or not the oxygen canisters will refill an entire 10-unit meter. Oh, shit. For a second, it's like falling into the earth, isn't it? Okay, we're back to leaking again. I probably don't want to get zapped by whatever that is. Let me take a look here and see if I can figure out how to get back. I think that's where we came from right there. And I think what it wants from me is to just follow the arrow, I think. So I don't know if we're going back to the central, like, spinny station. That one looks like it's already been used. I don't think that one has any green left on it. This one right here, though, my oxygen canister's got to have that green, otherwise they can't get my attention. Can't get my attention, oxygen canister. Well, it says I should go back this way, so that's what I'm going to do. We might have a longer launch in front of us than I thought, though. We have more oxygen, however, so it shouldn't be too horrible. Yeah, I think we should be alright now that our canister's a little bit bigger. Like, the thing is, unless I can stay oriented, like, yeah, I could run around to all this wreckage and look at everything over there. and just like stay on it, you know? But there's just so much wreckage, and it's so easy to get like super disoriented while exploring this thing.
Encrypted internal data transmission received. Sender, Hawking, Samuel. Hardiman Aerospace Mission Director. 6 June 2037.
Commander Oshima, the settlement date for Hardiman Colony Luna 2 is upon us. Our projections and data indicate that well-hand for Spiritus extraction is a success. Resource production is behind, and we are at risk of not meeting our dedicated supply and surplus needs. I know your natural instinct is to be creative in the face of failure, but now is not the time for disruption. It is imperative that you follow protocol and procedure in order to meet our goals, ensure the success of the mission, and guarantee the safety of your crew. Do not let me down and prove your critics right.
I won't let you down. I'm not a belay or any of those sorts of things, so I don't even have that capacity in the first place. I'm a human being, floating through space, just feeling small, insignificant, doing my thing. Do they ship these things? Like, if you were going to build something like this, I assume you'd have to bring it up in pieces, right? And then somebody would just have to sit there and dedicated install the damn thing like all day, every day. Let me orient in a way that makes me feel better about all this. I think it wants us to go back to the central station right there. It's still not going to stop me from taking a look around and hoping. I don't know that we ever went right inside this building over here, though. I'm going to go check what's right of the tree. And then we should also probably check some of those hab spheres, or some of those hab spheres and some of those things that are floating around way out in space. Apparently, I saw, I mean, the achievements for this game have some spoilers inside of them. I don't know if you knew that or not. Anyways, be careful about looking at the achievements for this game, because it looks to me as though there's like an outside boundary where you can float to. I don't know, there's an achievement that says float as far away from the station as you can or something like that. And so it's a little horrifying. We got oxygen canisters over there. Obviously, this is going to make our trip a little bit longer. But I don't like to leave things uninvestigated. In addition, it looks like to me there's a lot of stuff down there too that I might have missed that we would have to float to. So I'm going to try and look at everything during this playthrough. I pride myself on being an explorer. I like being that kind of person. And sometimes when you're on camera, a little YouTube 101 here, sometimes when you're doing everything for a recording, you have this sense that you're being rushed. Like, there's always going to be that guy in the comments who's like, bored, do something, make something explode, show some boobs. And it's just, you can't please that guy no matter what you do. With a game like this, I think you have to accept that people want you to float around and look at stuff. They don't want you to sprint through as fast as possible, Call of Duty style. There's a time and a place for Call of Duty sprinting, but I don't know that it's here. So do these doors save? I noticed up in the top left-hand corner it says game.save or something like that at certain points. No, it doesn't look like that's it. Never mind then. I'm gonna waylay that thought. And then we go down the hydropod, and then we should have the tree on the opposite end of this. And we never took the right-hand path, and then on top of that, I'm going to refill on oxygen, and we're going to look straight down in that direction. It looks like there's another hab down there, maybe even 2 or 3, and we'll go investigate those next before we go back to go after the next system component, because as far as I know, I think that is the goal of the game, is to re-rig all the system components so that you can then hop a ship back to Earth, an escape pod, as it were. That Leaf's coming with us. He's tired of this place. He's done with space. Take me back to Earth, saith the Leaf, so that autumn may once again be called fall. Woohoo! Up here it's just called float. That's the joke. I felt like I had to explain it on the back end. I don't know. I just don't know sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I over-explain things. But I don't want to, like, spite that guy who's just like, what's he talking about? I don't get it. What's going on here? So that autumn may once again be called fall? I don't understand. It's because in space it would be called float. That's why. In space it would be called float. This is that busted-ass door. We don't prefer the term busted ass. We prefer the politically safe term is non-functional. Thank you. And even so, I still function as a door. You just kind of you gotta use some muscle. It's just my electrical backing is no longer working the way that I want it to. That's all fine and doodly dandy, amigo, but I like it when my doors function how they're supposed to. I could probably also get away with repairing my suit right about now. I see a log over there. I just got hit in the face with a ficus. Well, let's see what's going on with this console.
Hand-4 audio terminal version 4.3 located. Multiple audio terminals detected and online. Location coordinates unknown.
Looks like we've got a McDonough log. Alright, everybody prepare for depression. Here we go.
Incoming communication. Hardiman Aerospace confirmation of transfer. 16 April 2037. Transfer status approved. Approver Commander Oshima Alex. Recipient Systems Specialist McDonough Andrew. Mission North Star 4. Departure date 8 July 2037. Method resupply shuttle. Destination Hardiman Aerospace Launch Facility, Santa Monica, California. Replacement Collins Misha Indigo Kai. Indigo Kai.
There we go. You gotta select the exit. I knew I'd get it eventually. I tried mashing keys first because that's what my monkey mode brain goes to. Faster than anything else. Just mash buttons until we feel better. Do it! So what's out here? Is there anything interesting out here? There's a giant bulkhead in the way, so I assume there might be something interesting out here. I like the music. It needs more bass, though. It needs like a kick pedal. It's like, duh, 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 while it goes through the song. Where we want to go... Well, it might be in that direction, but what I was looking at was some of that stuff way over there. I don't even know if it's accessible. I do wish that I could leave myself some kind of beacon so that I can come back to my origin point once I'm done, but this could be a long float. I'll see you once we actually get there. The Great Flotation was successful. It took a couple of minutes. It took me at least 2 minutes to float over here. It took me a while. Although that did give me a better actual, I guess, integer for how long my tank lasts, which is quite a bit. Oh, shit. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, apparently that thing zapped me even though I didn't feel like I was that close to it. Our HUD is not cracked though, so we should be okay. It looks like we've got ourselves a card over here. The integrity of our suit's looking a little bit better. We're not leaking anymore, so I don't know, maybe there'd be some kind of repair off on this side. There we go. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Don't hit that wall. Yes, examine the card while your head is rapidly flying towards rough surfaces. Obviously, that's the best thing to do. I feel like it's a wasted opportunity that the little Hardiman symbols don't glow. Like, they don't have little LEDs inside of them. I don't know. If I was financing a space station, I would want the underlighting and the LEDs. That's all that I'm saying. Maybe some 20 foes on my station. Sometimes you gotta put 20 foes on the station. How are all the other space stations gonna know that you're balling unless you put 20 foes on the station? Looks like there's something I'm supposed to be doing over there. So maybe this will have a point after all. Ow. Ass. I do really badly need that oxygen. Is there another tank floating around? Or is that the only one I've got access to? Oh, it bounced upwards. Okay, so when it bounces off the wall over here... I think it should float back to me. I think. Come on. There we go. Normally I wouldn't waste so much time on it, but we need that badly. Suit's all wrecked up now too, which is unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Let's have to be more careful. So what is this right here? What does this do? Coming in a little hot.
Solaris Energy Processing Module Emergency Lot 1 of 2 released. Access portals offline.
So it appears as though we've got to trip 2 separate sets of locks, and once those locks have been tripped, it may give us access to some kind of power relay station. Although this place is so fragmented that I really, really wouldn't put a lot of faith in the conduits. I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, I'm just saying. It seems unlikely to me that...
I can't help that. It's the way I'm wired. The reality is that when all of these forces conspire against me, I want to escape. That old familiar feeling, that old familiar friend. I just want to drift away. Down to the I've become sexually involved with a fellow crew member, a woman who's been asking me to do dangerous things I know I shouldn't be doing. Dangerous things that make me want to use. Badly enough.
Huh. Sex in space seems like it would be like a logistical nightmare. It just seems like it would be difficult, like you would have to like come up with some kind of suspension, like engine hoist system or something like that. I don't know. That or it would take like an excess amount of upper body strength. Come on, give me oxygen. I need it so badly right now. I could also use a repair station, like no lie. Our suit is pretty busted up right now. I think we're about like 2 lumps away from losing it all. There's an audio log that way. It looks like there are airlocks that other direction. Here, just even out real quick for me. Okay, so we need to decide what we want to do here. We came in from that way. There's nothing out that way. This over here looks like it might have the large amount of interactables that I'm looking for. What I'd really like to hear is, yo dog, we're sending a shuttle out here, so just like hang tight, gather up like 100 oxygen bottles, and then just enjoy yourself. Just hang out and just get nitrous out of your mind or something while you wait. You know, I'm assuming that they've got Vicodin or Ativan or something here on the space station for anxiety. Just have a good time until the shuttle arrives. Just, have yourself a little party. You deserve it. You're in the middle of a blown up space station. If you don't deserve it now, when the hell do you deserve it? Okay, so we got an audio log right there. I'm going to try and swoop in and grasp it. I'm going to use my special power. I don't know if you guys know about this one. It's a rare special power. The ability to use phalanges! Ah!
Personal log. Systems Specialist. McDonough, Andrew. 2 July 2037.
Looks like the electrical on those extends out further than I thought it did. I don't know how far out it extends, but it looks like it gets you from a distance, so I thought I gave that one a wide berth, but I might be wrong. Well, it appears as though I'm very wrong. What else can I say? Let me see if I can even out and grab this guy over here without busting my suit open. There we go. Yeah, something got me right there, too. Yeah, it looks like that electrical's got an AoE around it. Even if you're not even near it, it still gets you. They might want to go through and, like, tighten that up because I was nowhere near that thing. I don't know if it's arcing to me, and that's what they're trying to denote, but if it's going to arc, it should arc out before you get there so you know that it arcs. Give me that one, too. Yep, gonna need it. Because I didn't feel like I was near that over there, and yet we still took that damage. We need a repair station hella bad. Like, super badly. Life is not good for us right now. Life is very, very tentative. Continued biological function. Very tentative right now. This is probably our other lock right here. Why do they have so many hydroponics labs up in space? Fascination with growing that space weed. That's what it is. That space dro. The celestial dro.
Solaris Energy Processing Module Emergency Lock 202 released. Access portals online.
Okay, so now we can get inside of there. The question is, what direction do we want to pick to try and attempt that? Let's go after this audio log very quick.
EVA suit critically damaged. Core EVA systems operating at 64%. Hand 4 EVA emergency repair required.
Alright, let's even... Oh, we got a repair station over here. Okay, good. Let's go for that repair station then. That's absolutely the most paramount thing that we need right now. I had no clue that there was a repair station over here, and I'm glad that we sort of blundered into it. It's going to make this experience a little bit easier. Supposedly this game is dope in VR. I'm not a big fan of VR, though. I don't know. I was around in the 80s when they used to have VR stations at the mall and stuff, and they charge you like $5 for like 5 minutes. And it didn't seem that awesome then playing Doom in VR, and it just doesn't seem that awesome to me now. Oh my god, fix the cracks in my suit, please! Fix the Kraken. It's been released. That's pretty amazing technology right there. Like, you just stand and type it like a little hug machine.
EVA repair sequence complete. Vital signs stable.
You just go inside like a little hug machine right there, because that's how I like to imagine robotic hugs. They just like encompass you with that little circly ring thing. They're like, wah, 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 wah. And that counts as a hug. So we just got hugged by a robot, and it fixed all of our boo-boos and ouchies, so hooray for us. Let's go check this thing out, and then we'll do our best to flip back around and maybe stop the episode after that? Yeah, I think these are like communication satellites or something, and you don't actually activate them. I think that you just float around them and you might get the message that way. We'll find out. Alright, so there's another Solaris stick. I'm hoping that's an oxygen container right there, but we're kind of far out right now. It's hard to tell at this distance. Although one might assume that it would already be lit up. No, that's totally an oxygen canister thingy right there. It's empty, though. Methinksies. Oh no, there's oxygen right there. Hooray for oxygen! I enjoy breathing. It's a thing that I see myself doing a lot of over the course of my life. Man, we definitely need to put some nitrous on this thing or something. Just like, get that NOS. Light it off.
You are receiving a global information network update. New satellite images confirm North Star 4 has suffered a catastrophic event and is no longer intact. All credible sources are reporting that spaceship Olivier and crew have perished. Olivier was said to have been studying the effects of age and prolonged radiation exposure past known human limits in space. For instant updates, stay connected to Global Information Network stream.
Alright everybody, now that we got that message right there from the global network, I'm going to head back on in and we're going to try and find a way inside that thing right there. You see the thing that's lit up with the white LEDs along the top? Looks kind of like a Nalgene bottle. Well, or like a propane tank. That's where we're headed. And so I'll try to come up with a way to get back over there. My name is Splattercat. This game is called Adrift. I'm enjoying it tremendously. I'm having a good time with it. I will see you all in the next episode. Hi do, everybody.